Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Abington Green Wave Playoff Football, where tonight the Abington Green Wave travels once again to the home of a familiar foe, the Rockland Bulldogs. My name is Sean Riley. With me tonight is Kevin Whalen. On the camera tonight is Matt Lyons and Kevin Tachi's the man behind the curtain. We are here for the quarterfinals, I guess, in the Division 6 football. Abington coming here after beating East Bridgewater, and Rockland after their victory brings these two teams back together again for the third time?
A calendar year?
This year. And, in a calendar year, right, because of the Super Bowl game.
12 months, yeah.
Yep. And we are expecting rain to come through a little bit later this evening. This is the Fox 25 game of the week. You can see the Fox 25 camera out there with referee Byron and the team captains. Right now, there's no rain to speak of here at Rockland, but the radar shows it might be coming in about an hour or so, and maybe hopefully get a break before the heavy stuff comes in, which should be after the game.
Well, one of the good things, too, you see Izzy Ricketson, number 2, one of the captains out there for the Green Wave. It appears that the Green Wave seems to be getting a little bit healthier over the last few weeks. Obviously Rockland was just dominant in the first meeting this year. They're just at a different level than the Green Wave has been, but of course Green Wave has played a couple of good games the last couple of weeks, and we're hoping that the experience will be helpful as we go into this big playoff matchup tonight.
Rockland won the toss, and they will defer, so they'll get the ball in the second. Abington will get in the first. Note for your rosters, those of you at home, Jeff Buckley's wearing number 66 instead of his regular jersey number 55 tonight, because last time he was here in Rockland, they had to cut the jersey off when he had to be taken away in an ambulance after a back injury, but he's back and 100%.
We'll put LeBlanc and him next to each other, Sean. You got 666, so.
Tonight is Veterans Day. Today is Veterans Day. We're going to just pause for a second and listen to our public address announcer. Nice rendition by the Rockland High School Bulldog Band.
Great job.
Rockland comes into this game ranked number 2 in Division 6. That's behind Stoneham, number 1, and St. Mary's is number 3. Abington coming in being ranked number 7. So last week, Abington beat East Bridgewater 24-6, and Rockland beat Seekonk 48-22. These two teams, Abington and Rockland, know each other very well, both strategically and personally, but basically throw everything out. You never know what's going to happen when these two teams get on the gridiron. And can't wait to see this one get started, Kev.
As I don't know if you mentioned already, they moved the game up an hour to try to avoid the weather. I think for the Green Wave, it probably would have been better to have it. Of course, you got the three-headed monster. Rockland brought back all their skilled position players from last year, Colstring, Leander Moriarty, which is very helpful, in any program that you ever have that continuity over a few years.
Yeah, Colstring's had a whale of a year for the the Bulldogs. Of course, Abington's going to look to multiple players coming out of their backfield as they usually do. LeBlanc, of course. Izzy Ricketson, as Kevin mentioned, is suited up. He was cleared for play. I expect we'll probably see limited play out of Izzy tonight, especially if it does get muddy because he's coming off a high ankle sprain, but we'll have to wait and see how the game develops. So here we are, teeing it up here at Rockland Memorial Stadium. A line drive kick is going to be grabbed right at the 20-yard line. Return right up the middle by the Green Waves. That is Ryan Solomini, giving Abington pretty good field position to get the game started.
Right out to 39. Nice job of just going north to south as he did last week against EB.
Yeah, no hesitation at all.
Right.
So sophomore quarterback Michael Riley will come out to lead the Green Wave offense. And as we all know, Michael Moriarty, the senior quarterback, number 7, leads the Rockland offense from the quarterback position.
Well, and of course, the Nash brothers have been had a great season as well for the Green Wave, number 9 and number 29 rather, and 44 for the Green Wave.
AJ and Mason, respectively. Izzy lines up wide to the near side. He is out there. Foley in the backfield with LeBlanc behind Riley. They're going to come near side. Nice cut right up the middle up to the 45-yard line.
5-yard pickup for the Green Wave. Nice blocking. They kind of were able to push that edge out, the containment out. Had a nice seal block there, and he was able to cut up right behind the tackle. Nice job.
AJ Nash picks up 6 in the first one. I think he almost expected to get hit and just saw that big opening and just kind of turned his shoulder sideways and sliced up for that 6-yard pickup. If I remember correctly,
the Green Wave actually did move the ball pretty well the first drive in the first game that we met.
Yeah, it was a very evenly played first quarter. Second quarter, Rockland scored, if I recall, twice towards the end.
Yeah.
So second down for Abington, tight formation in the backfield. Riley going to give right side to LeBlanc. LeBlanc gets by, one-man spins, gets the first down into Rockland territory with 2 big plays for the Green Wave now at the 47-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Right. Nice job by LeBlanc. Nice job blocking. I mean, it was really no one there to hit him. So they're kind of kicking out on those ends, attacking the off-tackle slot.
Joe Werner takes a breather for Rockland, and Jalen Johnson, number 58, steps in. Big man. Michael Riley gets the play call from the sidelines. It's now 1st and 10 with the ball right in front of you at the 47-yard line of Rockland here in the first quarter. Riley's got 3 men in the backfield. Now LeBlanc goes over to the left wing. Under center, puts LeBlanc in motion. Gives it to LeBlanc with some blockers in front, puts his head down. But there he is right there, number 58. We just called his number. Jalen Johnson gets the tackle at the line of scrimmage. No gain, maybe a gain of 1. They give him up to the 46.
Johnson, the middle linebacker, they were able to fill that hole right as it opened up there. LeBlanc able to pick up a yard for the Green Wave.
Second down. Kind of a quieter and a smaller crowd, I think, than we expect because of the threat of the rain.
For the rain and kind of an earlier start as well.
On Veterans Day. It's Friday night here in Rockland. Abington loading up on the right side now. Put the man in motion, LeBlanc. It's student body right. LeBlanc trying to turn the corner. He does, puts his head down, and going to be picking up about 5 on the play or so. Looks like with a mark his forward progress up near the 41, 42-yard line.
Nice blocking up front by the Green Wave, able to push that pile a little bit. Looks like it picked up a good solid 5, so it makes it 3rd and 4.
I'm going to call it 3rd and 5 at the 42. So the Green Wave wearing their white away jerseys here. Rockland all in the blue pants, blue shirt. Dogs on the side of their helmet.
Riley comes in with the play. So 3rd and 5 here. And I think the Green Wave, if they're over the 40-yard line here, Sean, I wouldn't be so surprised if the Green Wave goes for it.
They send wideouts to each side. Riley in the shotgun with the running back to his left and right. Now he puts a man in motion coming right at you. Riley's going to take it right up the middle himself. The quarterback keeps got the first down and more inside the 35-yard line. Nice play call there by the Green Wave.
Green Wave just spreading them out, putting guys on each side, spreading out the defense, and then Riley just with the quarterback draw up the middle. We started seeing him run last week, which we haven't really seen that all year. So now teams have to account for Michael Riley and his running ability.
Picked up about 10 on that, moves it down to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10. Coach Nick LaCorey sending in the defensive selection to his captain, and Coach Ed Riley sending in the offensive selection for Abington. Solomini out wide to the far right side. Zenas out wide to the near side. Riley into center. He's going to give it a little dive right up the middle.
Picks up about a yard
there. Still scrumming there, yep. It's going to be a 1-yard pickup or so.
Yep. Not a lot there.
Jeff Buckley is wearing number 66 tonight. I think I mentioned that earlier, but
kind of Green Wave. You got the line down there. Of course, number 87, Connor Pease. You got 64 is Patterson. Big number 78 for the Green Wave is Aiden Powers, right?
75
is Powers. 78 is Powers. Aiden.
78 is Steve Wojciechowski.
Oh, Steve Wojciechowski, I'm sorry. God,
75 is Aiden Powers.
You got Bodie Johnson in there as well, 76.
Powers is the center, leads them out. And a timeout being called by Abington with a 2nd and 9. 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Well, the good job of the Green Wave here, one, moving the chains on a couple of first downs, but also, controlling the ball, controlling the line of scrimmage and taking time off the clock. That's exactly the type of game that you needed from them, Sean, to be successful tonight.
Yeah, I want to keep the Rockland offense off the field, and Abington would like to establish ball control. Hey, I want to send a shout-out to the Abington boys varsity soccer team.
Great season for them. Congratulations.
Was at their last game. One of the best Abington High School soccer teams I've ever seen. One of the best played games I've ever seen. It was just outstanding talent. And I just want to mention, especially the seniors, Owen Dwyer, one of the captains, Zuzu Hajar, Chris Ferreira, another captain, Trevor Grafton, had 24 goals this season, one shy of tying the school record. Senior Jared Jernigan, Andrew Dunlop, Ian Graff, Materos Quieros, and Hunter White. Coach Brian Klaus and his assistants, who are Will Casely, Jose Andrade, and John Stark, did a great job. A heartbreaking loss to Cohasset. Green Wave were up.
Yeah.
They were up 2-0 with stop time with less than 5 minutes to go, and Cohasset scored twice in the last, 3 minutes to tie it, and then in sudden death, Cohasset took the win. But got to be proud of the Green Wave. All right, we're back to the action. 2nd and 9. Connor Pease lines up wide to the right. We got a slot left. Now they put a man in motion. Riley's going to take it himself right up the middle. Kind of slipped as he was trying to get started forward. Gets it though inside the 30. Picks up a couple of yards.
Yeah, that little slip there I think cost him because it just forced him to kind of regroup there, and that extra time allowed Rockland to adjust to that run. So good job by Rockland, kind of able to shut it down. It's going to be 3rd and about 7 here for the Green Wave.
Pease had a couple of big catches in the last couple of games.
He really is. He's the guy they go to on those long 3rd downs, these type of situations.
Nice
see
soft
if the Green
games.
Wave runs the ball here, Sean, kind of make it a close 4th down.
Yep.
I think, obviously they're going to look at it as definitely a 4-down territory.
So meaning motion. They're going to give. No, he's keeping it. It's rolling. He's looking down deep. No, he's going to have to run it up, and he's going to get taken down at the 31-yard line. He had Zenas, I think, looking downfield, and he had Connor Pease with an out pattern to the far sideline.
It's going to be 4th and about 9. One of the things I think there with Riley, too, what happened was, he thought he had some ability to go left, and he was just got a little bit going, east to west rather than north to south. And they were able to, just grab his jersey there. But
looked like Zenas actually was starting to get behind the secondary, but I'm not sure if that's because the secondary saw Riley running or whatnot. We'll see now what the play selection is with 4th and 9 at the 31.
Well, everybody was flowing to the right side of the field there.
Yep. I think Abington's missing one player, and here comes Mason Nash to join the huddle, make it 11. And
timeout again.
Coach Riley's going to be upset. They had to just burn another timeout, his 2nd timeout of the 3 they're allowed in each half. And we have 6:25 left to go here in the first.
Well, you can't take a 5-yarder here and make it 4th and 14.
Right. Sean Riley, Kevin Whalen bringing you this Abington Green Wave playoff action here in the 2022 season with Kevin Tocci doing all the wiring, the audio, the video. Matt Lyons is our eye in the sky, bringing it right back to your living room at home.
Both of them do a great job.
They do, Kev. They really do.
They do a great job.
Send your cards and letters to Abington Cam at 201 Glenowitz Way. And if you'd like to get involved with Abington Cam, we need more people to step up and help us out. No matter what age you are, if you're in middle school, high school, or if you're an adult, you want to get involved, want to be a camera person, want to be a commentator, want to be a producer, editor.
People have told me that they haven't even noticed that Matt Nelson hasn't been at a few games. So
Matt Nelson, we're learning all the stuff he did here at Abington Cam, now has a full-time job at Stonehill College.
You can YouTube him over there, and he'll be on.
All right, here we go. 4th and 9 now at the 31-yard line. Abington sends 3 wide receivers to the far side, including, I think that's La Rosa over there. Riley rolling, looking to throw. It's got a man. Oh, the ball is just tipped away. Nice defensive play.
Good defensive play. Nice job there. Looked like 34. Was that the end of 31 for the Bulldogs?
That would be Coldstring then. The receiver was there, had a nice out pattern. Had it been a was it Erna completion, would have been a first down, but it's incomplete in the books. It'll be a turnover on downs at 6:19.
A good effort by the Green Wave there. Taking 6 minutes off the clock, moving the chains. So I think good first effort there. They got about what, 20, almost 30, over 30 yards there on that first drive.
From the 39 to the 31. All right, so now Moriarty in the shotgun's going to hand it off on the right side, hit at the line of scrimmage, and then mauled down. Aiden Powers in there, Foley in there,
looks like underneath
Patterson.
The bottom guy, number 53 for the Green Wave, was right there to make that tackle.
That's Jonathan Sharp, punt. And looked like Nate Duggan, number 27, was there. Nate Duggan had a strong game last week also. He was out there just bringing the pain to the Vikings.
Nice job by the Green Wave on first down.
We know Moriarty can sling it. Right now there's no rain here at Rockland, so it's relatively dry. There was a light mist early on, so there's probably a little bit of a sheen on the grass. They send wideouts to each side, including Lucas Leander out wide to the near side. Moriarty looking over the Green Wave defense. Now they put a man from the right to the left. It's Rogers. The shotgun. Looking to throw. Going deep, one-on-one, coming down to Leander, and he's going to complete it at the 38-yard line. Turns it down the sideline. Leander could break away, and he does for a scoring strike from the 31-yard line. Unbelievable. Second play, and Rockland is on the board with a 69-yard pass play.
Well, tough break. The Green Wave, they just went deep, and they had Green Wave had one-on-one coverage. There was no help over there. Able to take advantage of it. We said those are the three players you got to watch out for, and one of them just right away able to take advantage of it. Nice job by the Bulldogs.
And the Green Wave got to take away that big play. That's the thing that killed them last game.
They do.
Jacob Commons going to go for the kick. Holding it's going to be Wardwell. Not much of a breeze right now here at the stadium. Kick is up, and it is good.
Looks good. So
7-0 Rockland lead there.
5-16 after two plays.
They went for the jugular, and they got it. Abington, after using a nice kind of ball control, taking time off the clock, moving it down, they stalled. Rockland's first play, that run, was stopped right at the line of scrimmage, but then they went to the air, and they were able, the defender kind of lost track of where Leander was.
Yeah, I don't know if he did like a curl route or what have you, or a button.
No, he was
hook and go.
He actually had to stop just because the ball was underthrown.
Right.
Which I think then that's why the defender kind of lost track of him.
Yeah, the defender kind of overran him, and then at that point in time, it was off to the races.
So 5:16 on the clock here, 7-0 early Rockland lead. And the Green Wave kickoff return team back out on the field. Looks like A.J. Nash is the middleman down there standing around the pitcher's mound. Well, the line drive kick that A.J. is going to get off the bounce at the 17-yard line. A.J. with a little hole up the middle. A.J. now kicks it to the right. A.J. gets it up to the 45-yard line. Nice return.
Good return by the Green Wave. And I think, Sean, you had a good, 30-yard drive there, moving the chains a couple of times. Now it's like you really need to score at this point. It's good that, you can move the ball.
Right.
But I think, you really got to not only get the sustained drive, but you got to punch in and score.
That's right, Kev. The scoreboard decides the game, not really
the yardage that you pick up.
But Rockland's got a very stingy defense. They've got some good beef, some good linebackers up front, and they got a pretty quick secondary.
Well, and that's one thing that the Green Wave has sort of lacked all this year is that big play.
The breakaway play.
The breakaway big play capability. I think other than Sandwich, they really haven't had, some big plays.
Riley's going to pitch. Coming this way is Solomini. He gets hit in the backfield. He's going to fight up and get those about 2 or 3 yards. Nice bit of running there by Solomini, just shaking off the initial hit.
Right. I mean, he got hit probably about the 44.
Sorry, that's Simonetti.
Simonetti, number 25. He got hit just behind the line of scrimmage at about the 45-yard line.
I got to apologize to the Solomini and Simonetti family. I keep messing up their names. So Ryan Solomini is number 8. Ryan Simonetti is number 25.
Right. I know. I mess it up all the time.
Solomini is a freshman. Simonetti is a junior.
And then you've got, the numbers sometimes. It's tough to tell between the 6s and the 8s and all that as well. So second and about 7 here for the Green Wave.
Solomini out wide to the near side. Two men, that's Mason Nash. Mason Nash over the right side dives over the 50-yard or up to the 50-yard line. Bring up just third down.
Third and about 5 here for the Green Wave.
Yeah.
And as we talked about, so many times this year, Sean, too, it's like the Green Wave can't afford negative plays.
Right.
You really have to, every single time, you have to be pushing the ball forward to put you in a situation where you're in a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 3.
It's always interesting here, too, where, like right now, the Abington offense is on the clay and the Rockland defense is on the grass. Who gets the better footing? I would think the grass is the better footing, but both teams have to play in it.
I would think that the clay actually on a wet night like tonight, because the clay is still fairly dry.
Yeah, it's solid.
It's solid. And you get a little dampness on that.
Zenas out wide to the near side. Salamini out wide to the far side with 2 slots, meaning Pease and Mason. And a flag thrown. Somebody move. Yeah, I think Abington may have moved. It would be a 5-yard penalty. It's going to make it 3rd and 10.
The first penalty of the night. Oh, moving the ball? Oh, okay.
Procedure.
Procedure penalty. I couldn't see from behind. I didn't know what it was.
Rockland makes some defensive substitutions. 3:26 left to go here in the first. So 3rd and long, along 10 now. They got to get it to the Rockland 45-yard line.
Yeah, and those are the things we talked about that are.
Pease takes a breather. And Abington now breaks the huddle. Let's see what they do here with the 3rd and 10 conversion attempt.
Definitely puts them into a passing situation on the near side of the ball.
They got slots on each side right now. A.J. Nash in the backfield. Riley rolling, setting up, looking downfield, going across. It's going to be incomplete. And look, Simonetti is saying that he got held.
His shirt was held, yeah. He was held as he went across.
But no flag, so it would be 4th down at the 45-yard line. 3 and out for the Green Wave.
I don't know if it raised to the level of, a penalty. Right. There's definitely a little bit of a tug there.
4th and 10 now for Abington, bringing up the punt. See who's punting tonight, if it's going to be Powers or Riley or...
Looks like Powers is back there for the Green Wave.
Got a good...
He does have a good boot, good leg.
Back deep is Lucas Leander and Gavin Wardwell. Nice kick. Going to go to Wardwell. Hits him in the face mask at the 22-yard line. Trying to get around the left side. Wardwell still on his feet. Gets up to about the 44-yard line.
About a 20-yard return and a net of about 10. They pick up the ball at the 45, their own 45.
2:43 to go. Abington D's got to make a stop here.
They do. I think, it's not enough, you got to do it all. You got to put it all together. You can't just stop the run, and we saw that, first play there. They were able to have a good stuff right at the line of scrimmage. But, you got to be able to take care of the back end as well. And, the thing is, too, what makes the defensive backs a lot better if you have good pressure.
Jacob Colstring in the backfield with Moriarty. 2 wideouts to the near side. Moriarty's going to give it to Colstring up the middle. He gets hit again.
Yeah, it's good stiff.
2-yard pickup.
Good stick right there by the Green Wave. Looks like Connor Pease is in there. And
it's only the 3rd play from scrimmage for Rockland, however. In we've only burned, 9.5 minutes here in the first quarter.
And that's what you can do with a ball control running game in high school football. You really can take a lot of time off the clock quickly.
They pick up they give them 3 yards in that first one, so 2nd and 7 now. The ball right in front of us at the 48-yard line of Rockland. Again, the shotgun, and that's not Moriarty though.
No, it's not.
It's a direct snap. He's trying to get around the corner. That's Leander. Leander cuts it back nicely, cuts it back again, gets tripped up though as he gets down to about the 36-yard line. Yeah. Good bit of running there by number 23, Lucas Leander, a senior.
Very nifty and,
He does a good job of seeing the field.
Yeah, exactly. Very nifty once he gets out into open space, being able to cut back. Did you say senior?
Yeah, he's a senior.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like Leander Senior.
No.
I was like.
Now they stack it up with 3 on the left side, and they got Leander and Colstring and Wardwell on the left. They hand off, though, up the middle. That's number 2, and he's going to get banged.
Yep.
That's DePina.
Maybe a little bit lost there for the.
Jordan DePina taken down by, looks like Pease and
Green Wave did a good job of filling that hole, kind of get him to go in
Nate Duggan.
Kind of going left to right there, right to left. The Green Wave filled the hole and he had to go outside, and Green Wave had good pursuit on that left side there by the Green Wave D. Nice job.
Buckley checks back in. It's 2nd and 11 now at the 38-yard line. Rockland breaks the huddle, come down to 1 minute mark here in the first quarter. They got a stack of trips on the right side, but tight to the line. Now they shift again, load up on the right side. Moriarty pitches it over to Leander. He's going to be taken down in the backfield, however. Nice job, and that was Duggan once again, the man.
27. It was kind of like a weird type of, almost like it was just a lateral, but
yeah. That's a forward pass, actually.
It was a forward pass because he did go forward, correct.
Nate Duggan, we saw a lot of that in the last 2 games, and he just came right through and snuffed that out and did not let go of Leander's ankle. And his teammates came in and finished off the job.
Makes it about 3rd and 16 here.
Ball at the 43.
Obviously they've had pretty good success in the air, so, I think that's what you're going to look for them to do. And they got trips going over to the left side.
Leander in single coverage on the right side, near side. Moriarty in the shotgun. Looking to throw. Blitz coming in from Duggan. He has to step up. He's in the... Oh, and it's knocked down. He's going to be taken down for a lot. Let's call that a sacks, right?
Yeah, that's a sack. Definitely. Well, no, I think he might have
he might have got back to the line of scrimmage.
Good pressure by Powers, number 75 for the Green Wave. Everybody in on that. 78, Wojciechowski. Nice job at the end of the first quarter. Making it 4th and 16 here for the Bulldogs.
So, Rockland to make a decision here if they go for it or if they try to punt it and pin Abington back to start the second.
I think, and that's exactly what we're talking about, Sean. You got good pressure there. Moriarty didn't really have time to even look at his wide receivers.
So, what do we get? Well, now they're moving the stakes. We'll recalculate again. But would you say 4th and 16-ish?
I think it's still 4th and 16. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage.
Interesting that we'll see what the Rockland mentality is right now. If they want to pin Abington back with a punt, or if they're going to go for it and risk not getting it. If they get it, obviously they retain the ball and the mojo. If they don't get it, Abington gets the ball somewhere, in the 35-ish, between the 30 and 40 of their own side of the field.
So the ball's at the 43, and they have to get down to the 27, it looks like, for a first down, maybe even inside the 27.
So that is 4th and 16, Kev. We'll see what Rockland does as we change directions here in the second quarter here. No rain yet here at Rockland's Memorial Stadium. Decided not to put the dome up. Just went the open air. Kevin Tachi's hoping for no rain because we got some very delicate equipment that's under some level of cover, but not a heavy rain.
I thought you were going to say that Kevin's delicate.
Nah, not Kevin. He's been through it all. All right, Rockland is going to go for it here on the 4th and 16. They got 2 wideouts to the near side. 1 to the far side. Moriarty in the shotgun. They put DePino wide to the right side looking. Now he's looking downfield. He's going Leander's way. He's open at the 23-yard line. Avoids a man and going to be taken down from behind down at the 3-yard line. So, again, that connection between Moriarty and Leander is deadly for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they're just putting him out in space one-on-one, and it's just difficult for the Green Wave to cover him.
So they mark it at the Abington 3-yard line.
I think what you need to see, Sean, on that is have the Green Wave, especially just on Leander, kind of put pressure on him. Chuck him at the line of scrimmage, put pressure, slow him down, because you can hit him until the ball is in the air. So really just chuck him all the way down the field until the ball is in the air, and then by that time, hopefully, throws off the timing enough that you're going to be able to get some pressure on Moriarty.
Coldstring lines up in the backfield to the right of Moriarty. They give to Coldstring up the middle, gets tripped up, but he is in. From 3 yards out, ball across the plane. So Jacob Coldstring puts Rockland on the board for the second time here. First one in the first quarter and one here to start the second quarter. So the difference here has been the 2 big pass plays, Kev.
Exactly. That's exactly it, Sean. The Green Wave defense has done a decent job, especially on the ground. I mean, they only have a few yards on the ground, but there's just been the 2 big plays have really come back to hurt the Green Wave.
Common will line up for the kick. He's been pretty consistent, too, the multiple times that we've seen him.
Well, last year they had a heck of a kicker, I remember.
Esposito, yeah.
Esposito, he was not Phil or Tony, but...
Yeah, right.
But, I remember watching him and both him and Fanara
Yeah, those are two of the best around.
Doing the best around, like right, towns are side by side, but they're at Gillette Stadium kicking 45-yard field goals pregame. So
the kickoff teams will go back out onto the field. And Abington will await the kick. Abington's had some pretty good run backs on the kicks.
Hopefully they can get something to, break a little bit, get a little bit of break, and break one, score a touchdown on a return. And one of the things they do, they're doing everything up on the wedge, which makes it a lot more difficult to break one. I think, when you get the edge a lot of times, it's like that's where people might lose containment on their lanes, and that's where once you get around the edge, you might have an opportunity to break one like we saw against Norwell in the Green Wave a few weeks ago there.
A.J. Nash standing at the Green Wave 15. Commons now to kick from his 40. End over and kick. He's going towards the sideline and is going to roll out of bounds. Yep. I'm just watching a little bit of fisticuffs behind the play, and kudos to the referee crew here. And they're just telling the kids to knock it off. Play's over.
So Green Wave's going to do it again?
And they're going to make him kick it again.
Right.
Abington's going to move him back 5 yards.
Abington's had decent field position both on the kickoff so far. The two kickoffs, I think, 39 and 45-yard line. So
Rockland was, I think, expecting that Abington was going to take the penalty, take the ball. So they sent their defense out, but now they're moving back. We'll be kicking from the Rockland 35, which interesting now. Let's see if it makes any difference where the kicker will be starting from the grass and kicking on the clay.
Green Wave was fortunate that did roll out. I mean, it didn't have a lot of momentum as it kind of finally rolled out of bounds.
Nash was there to jump on it if it died.
Right. But it would have been terrible field position.
Right. So Common again tees it up. Right-footed kicker does the same thing, trying to angle it, and it is going to roll
out of bounds.
Oh, it hits the pylon, so that's a touchback.
To the 25.
Yeah. So.
No, Green Wave lost that gamble shot.
Yeah, not too much.
I know.
Not too much.
Just a little bit of spinning. I'm surprised it stayed in. It just didn't curl.
No time goes off the clock there.
Going to start at the 25-yard line. They start at the 25, don't they? They start at the 20. Oof.
So Abington 80 yards away from pay dirt here. Plenty of time on the scoreboard clock here in the second quarter. And we'll see Abington, Coach Riley having a long talk with quarterback Riley right now before we get started here.
It's funny. Last time Coldstring had a heck of a game, and tonight it's Leander is showing his abilities tonight.
A.J. Nash lines up in the deep in the eye behind Foley. They give to Nash. Nash looking for blocks to the right side. Gets tripped up as he bounced off a man. Was going to pop it outside, but just get tripped up.
And he had room there to bounce it outside. Just was not able to maintain his feet.
Yeah, Kevin, it's interesting that they weren't using Coldstring a lot, except for that 3-yard dive at the end zone. Right. Wondering if he's a little dinged up and
I don't know. It's
they're not using him as much or what?
Well, he's more the running back, I think, and they really haven't put him on the outside at all, though, just kind of up the middle. Well, they really haven't run that many plays either, though, Sean.
True. So second down and 10 from the 20-yard line.
If the game was about time of possession, Abington would be killing them.
That's right. Wind picking up just a little bit here, kind of from behind our backs, going near side to the far side of the field. Riley's going to give to Foley now. Foley sneaks through the line of scrimmage, gets another 6 or 7 yards.
That's what you want to do. Make it third and about 4 here for the Green Wave.
Green Wave line doing a good job pushing off the line of scrimmage.
They are doing definitely a good job on the running plays, and even on the pass plays. They've had some. Riley's had time, a few that they've ran.
Right.
So third and about 4, maybe 3, 4.
Michael Riley has a long distance to run to get over to the sideline to get the play.
On the opposite hash.
Comes back into the huddle with just under 10 minutes.
He certainly gets his steps in every game, Sean, that's for sure.
Aiden Powers out over a ball with his teammates lining up to his left and right. Riley under center, puts a man in motion. The handoff going to the left side. Looks like that's Foley, but he's going to be tackled back at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that play. He's going to bring up a third down situation.
Fourth down.
Fourth down, yep.
Fourth down. That was a play just just really wasn't going. He was going a little bit sideways there, trying to get to the hole, and Rockland did a good job of getting some penetration.
Looks like Costa might have been in there on the tackle. So Green Wave going to go 3 and out again and going to have to punt it with a 4th and 5 situation.
Your Powers will be doing the kicking for the Green Wave.
And Rockland receivers are standing right about at midfield, waiting the Powers kick. Leanders and Wardwell.
They snap.
Powers gets a good kick. He's going to put Wardwell back. He's going to have an Abington roll inside the 40, inside the 35, and out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Yep.
So good kick there by Powers.
Absolutely. Really kind of flipping the field there for the Green Wave with a 40, 45-yard kick.
Yeah, nice job. So the Green Wave defense comes back out to the field. Again, they've been doing a good job against the Rockland run. They got to do something to address the pass defense.
Yeah, they need some help on the like a safety position almost over the top, and leaving these guys one-on-one. It's not something that and that's a hard thing, right? Because you got to pick your poison. So if the Green Wave doesn't do that, they put an extra guy back, whatever. Then you're going to be selling out. They're going to be running the ball.
It's like DePina in the backfield with Moriarty. He's going to run it to the right side. A direct snap to DePina, but he's going to be tripped up. But he picks up a couple, and now a scrum at the 35-yard line.
I think Buckley was in on that tackle. Number 66 for the Green Wave was the initial hit for the Green Wave.
Kind of using Leander as a decoy as he went in motion to the near side of the field.
64 for the Green Wave, too.
DePina took the ball and ran to the far side of the field. Pickup of about 4 in the play brings up 2nd and 6 for the Bulldogs. Both of these teams are in the South Shore League. Abington's actually in the large school division, Rockland in the small school division. Based on male population, and that will be adjusted next year. They adjust it every 2 or 3 years through the MIAA. Handoff coming right at you. Near side. Some good blocking, good cutting back against the grain. That's Colstring up to the Abington 46-yard line. So there's Colstring.
Getting on the outside.
Coach LaCourie talking to Colstring. I think he was trying to tell him that could have cut it to the sideline and might have had a better shot at it, but I think he has some good blocking in front of him, and it brings up a first down for the Bulldogs.
I think he does quite fine on his own.
That's true.
Nothing about the, LaCourie obviously knows what he's doing down there, but Colstring seems to does so as well.
Moriarty into the huddle now. 1st and 10 at the Greenway 46-yard line. The shotgun formation once again. Colstring in the backfield. They put Leander in motion now, bring him back. And motion and a flag at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know. I didn't really see anybody jump or anything.
Yep, 5-yard penalty. That'll bring him back, make it 1st and 15 at the Abington 49.
Just come under 7 minutes to go here in the first half.
It's actually a beautiful night out right now.
For November. I mean, we've been blessed with the weather this year. I mean,
it's in the 60s.
Kevin Tachi hasn't even had to put his gloves on yet.
All right, shotgun again, 1st and 15. Leander now coming back behind Moriarty. And they give left side to Colstring. Colstring gets through the line of scrimmage, taken down, picks up a good chunk of yards, though.
It did a nice job of, even after the initial hit, was still able to get another 3 yards.
Jack Carey, number 81, in there defensively for the Green Wave. 2nd and 7.
7 here.
At the 43. Coach Chuck McDonald for Rockland. Rockland obviously right below us. We're on top of the press box. So we get the view from the Rockland side of things. They put the 2 wideouts out to the right. Moriarty with 1 man in the backfield. Moriarty hands to Colstring, gets hit,
nice
though.
Nice job there coming down. That's 64 Patterson.
Patterson with a huge play.
Well, and the rain has just started to open up here, Sean.
And I just lost Kevin in my ear.
Did you? I'm fine. I can hear you.
Something, some wired. Oh, there it is, back again. Something got
Unfortunately.
loose. You mentioned the 4-letter word, rain.
I know.
A mist starting to come in.
You see a little bit of a mist out on the field, and then all of a sudden you couldn't really feel it up here, but now it's coming down pretty good.
3rd and 6 at the Abington 42-yard line. Greenway D would like another quick stop or negative play here for Rockland.
That's what they need. They need to.
Moriarty wiping off his hands. Leander moving outside. They hand off and hitting the backfield
nice
with Cold
play.
String.
That's Carey.
That's Carey again. Boy,
Wow,
what a monster.
Just came in through like a train, running through the defensive line there. Nice job by number 81 for the Green Wave. Well, they gave him a pretty good spot, I thought, there, too, Sean. But 4th and about 8 here for the Bulldogs. Moriarty looks like, I don't know if he's coming up a little gimpy there or.
Shaking an ankle there.
Yeah, looked like it a little bit.
Listening to the Abington coaches now. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, we got 11. Abington's got the D in there that they want on this 4th down play. 4th and 8.
Definitely a passing
at the
situation.
44.
Obviously, look for Leander. Has been the favorite target of Moriarty, number 23 over there on the right-hand side.
Moriarty in the shotgun. Oh, they got
Offsides.
motion. It's a hard count. It's going to give him 5 yards, but not the first.
Now, it puts them in a situation, though, where, you can easily run the ball or pass the ball. It just keeps the defense guessing a little bit. Much more makeable.
I think Rockland was kind of lucky that Abington went offside there, because I was just watching Rockland coaches after that play kind of yelling to their players that they had made some sort of mistake out there. They weren't ready for the play. But it's all for naught anyhow. Now it's a 4th and 3, a whole different kind of scenario. Same formation, however. DePina in the backfield now with the direct snap. DePina takes the high snap, going to go right up the middle, puts his head down.
I don't know.
And,
I don't think he got it.
I
don't think he got it.
I think he's short.
He's definitely short.
Yep.
He has to get to the 36.
And he got to the 37.
Short.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely short.
Nice
so
job.
Turnover on downs by the Green Wave. Good job. Nice job by the Green Wave. I think, you saw them try to do the same thing that Michael Riley did earlier, spread out the defense by putting guys on the left and right sides. Hopefully that, you get the defense, you don't have anybody behind there, and DePina can use his quickness to get to that next level. And the Green Wave defense was at the line of scrimmage, was ready for him. So nice job by the Green Wave.
So Abington's got 4:02 on the clock at their own 37 here. Looking to have a nice sustained drive down here to end the first half.
Of course, Rockland gets the ball back in the second half.
That's right. That mist we just talked about seems to have receded
Dissipated.
a little bit, but the wind is starting to pick up, so we know the storm front is getting closer.
Probably over halftime.
Wind is kind of now blowing in the face of the Green Wave. Riley is rolling. Rolling, sets up, throws out to Foley, just overthrows him. Riley was kind of twisting as he threw. He had 2 men going deep, and then they were looking for the under. Yeah.
Trying to throw underneath there to pick it up. He actually had some room over there, too. I think the
second
Green
and
Wave
10.
have had some opportunities. They've had some opportunities here, Sean, to, and they just have missed, you saw one of their running backs fall down when there was a nice hole on the outside. Just a couple of things have gone wrong here on the offensive side. And, hopefully they can get it together here and got 4 minutes to go, get this first down and get the ball moving.
That wind really now whipping up, which is going to hold that ball up in the air, any long passes. Abington only has one more timeout left here in the first half. They send wideouts to each side. Connor Pease, the big tight end on the right side, set back off the line. Riley with a high snap. He's got to go back and get it inside the 20-yard line, and he is going to get tackled inside the 10. So a big loss on that play. That's the thing that Riley has got the defense to his back, doesn't know whether it's better to jump on it or try to run away with it.
Well, he by the time he picks it up and turns around, he doesn't really have much to do there.
So now that brings up the ball at the 10-yard line. They've got to get it up to the 42.
So it brings up a 3rd and 38.
32.
32.
Oh, no, you're right. They got to get up to the
37.
Yeah,
37.
right. They got to get it to the 47. 3rd and 37. Ouch.
I think, maybe a little screen, Sean, might be something that you could do here. It's a pass play. Everybody knows it's going to be a pass play of some sort. Or maybe you do like a pitch on the outside.
I was going to say you do a hook and pitch right now.
You could do the hook and pitch now, too. Something like that. Get guys out in space. Get number 4. It's Salamini out here on the right-hand side.
That's right. Looking to throw is Riley. He throws to Salamini. Salamini slips at first, and not going to be much there as he gets up to about the 14, 15-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down and long.
Well, now you're starting to see the players, too. It's getting slick out there.
And Rockland calls timeout to leave themselves some time on the clock.
Sean, now you're starting to see the players slip a little bit as the grass, it's almost worse when it's like this, just a little bit of wetness rather than kind of a full drenching. It's almost like you can't get any, it's just slick at this point here. So Rockland and Green Wave will be kicking into the wind, although.
Right. Ball's at the 15-yard line.
So you figure they're going to probably get it back out right about mid-45 or midfield. He usually kicks it about 30 yards, 35 yards. Need another one of those big boots that he had last time.
Yeah, something that's going to hopefully make them chase the ball, not catch it in the air and be ready to set up a return of any sorts. Then again, you don't want to overrun your coverage.
Right.
So Abington trying to take advantage of this Rockland timeout, as is Rockland, I'm sure. Now see if Rockland is looking to try to block the punt or to set up the return. Line of scrimmage is the 15-yard line.
They've got plenty of time.
Yep.
They've got 2:41. I think they have 2 timeouts. They might only have 1.
This is MIAA Division 6 playoff football here. Leander and Wardwell are going to be the deep men for Rockland, and right now they're lined up at the Abington 45-ish. The wind is kicking up, blowing into the punter's face. That's Hayden Powers.
The good thing is the stadium, I think, blocks it a little bit, Sean, the wind.
Kick goes, gets away. It's going to be grabbed by Leander at the Abington 48-yard line. Leander looking for a hold. Now cuts it back inside. Nice job. He's still on his feet and then going to be lassoed down in about the 27-yard line. He's dangerous.
He is. Puts him in great field position. He's coming up a little slow on that one. But number 52 is, rather.
Ball is at the 27-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 with 2:26 to go. Rockland with 2 timeouts left. And looking to add to the lead here because they want to go in the next round of the playoffs, but as does Abington.
So
now Leander's going to take the direct snap with DePina to his right. Leander's going to run it, student body right. Got Leander out, DePina blocking for him. Leander puts his head down and gets the first down, pick up about 11 on the play.
Just a good power run right at the end there, Sean. He takes on the contact there, picks up. I think he's got a first down there.
Yep.
It's going to be 2:17 here. Be just about 2 minutes to go here in the first half.
Ball is marked at the Abington 16-yard line.
Well, nice takeaway by the Green Wave on the defensive side would be a welcomed.
Especially where a third score right now and then getting the opening kickoff, Rockland getting the open kickoff in the second, would be a real tough situation for Abington. Handoff coming to the near side, a lot of real estate. Cuts it back inside. It's Colstring and going to be taken down from behind
at about the 7
by Powers. Aiden Powers over there, A.J. Nash also helping out. They'll bring up 2nd down at the 7-yard line. 2nd and about, 1?
I'd say 2nd and 1, maybe 2. Yeah.
Minute and a half to go. Now Colstring's going to line up in the backfield with Moriarty. Leander's in the slot in the left side with Wardwell out in the near side. They put Leander in motion and a hand to Colstring and up the middle, untouched into the end zone from 7 yards out, 8 yards out.
Yeah, they just spread him out a little bit, and they're able to take that ball right up the middle. Of course, he's a great runner, and not much defense can do on that.
At 109 mark, they're taking advantage of the Abington miscues that, again, big plays that are just hurting Abington. The 2 pass plays and then the big snap that got over Riley's head.
It's very similar to the last game, Sean.
Yeah.
Where, all of a sudden you get the that one miscue, and as we're saying, that the difficult part, with a young team, it's you have to play mistake-free football. And it's not an easy thing to execute that.
Common lines up the PAT is his 3rd attempt of the night and flags down.
No good.
Would have been wide.
It would have been wide right.
A procedure call.
We'll take it.
So they're going to move him back.
It's funny how sometimes the procedure calls, and sometimes they've let the play go.
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering if the procedure was on the kicker on that one. He kind of stuttered.
Did he
stepped? He moved, basically.
Going forward before the ball was snapped?
Right. So now they tee up the ball at the 15-yard line for the point after. Common's got the leg. Will he have the accuracy, especially he's got the wind at his back, but it is kind of a swirling wind. Another move. We're going to move him back 5 more yards.
No, we'll have to test that leg and accuracy here.
Well, now we're going to see. No, now they're going to go for 2. They're going to go for 2 with the line of scrimmage going to be marked at the 13. Interesting.
So you'd go for 2.
20-0 the score right now. All Rockland scoring thus far in the first half. And they got to get it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So do they go to the air or?
That's interesting to do it like a go for 2 points. When they move back 10 yards. I don't think I've ever.
Well, I guess they're not sure that the kicker can kick it that 13th, long, right?
Right. Yeah.
So they send 2 wideouts to each side. DePina standing next to Moriarty in the shotgun position.
Leander's in the slot on the left.
Looking for Leander. Now they're going Coldstring's way in the end zone. No one's on him, and it's a 2-point conversion. Blown coverage for the Green Wave. And it'll add an extra 2 points on the board.
Well, I mean, they got to get to the end zone on the play, right? So it's, I wouldn't focus on anything in front of you. You make sure it's, you get back to the end zone.
So, again, the Rockland kickoff team will come out.
God, it's like, it's almost like the team seems to be more dangerous on the longer downs than they are.
Yeah.
It's first and Green Wave has done a great job, but then when it's like, 4th and 17 or whatever it might be.
Which we saw earlier, right? The 4th and 16 play.
4th and 16. Rockland has been able to be up to the challenge there. So
a little bit of a rain starting to pick up right now as we approach halftime with 1:09 on the clock.
Green Wave does a little bit different setup here because they've been kicking the ball kind of over to the left side.
Yep. So they have men over towards the sidelines now. Now it's a line drive. It's going to go right to the sideline and skip out of bounds. Interesting.
See if the Green Wave takes that at the 35.
Or do they make him kick again? They got to make him kick.
See if Rockland leg by the end of the night.
I know. See if Rockland does it again. It's interesting. Common's a right-footed kicker, but he comes at the ball from the right side instead of from directly behind it or from the left side. Kind of like crosses over the ball.
Right.
So they mark it down, or they tee it up, I guess, at the 35-yard line. And Abington has Simonetti, number 25, standing over the other side and then at the 20-yard line. Diego Flates is a short man on the sideline. Now it's a high kick, going to come down. Nope, it's going to be Simonetti at the 22. Simonetti with some room coming up the middle. Simonetti still on his feet over the 50. Simonetti at the 45. Simonetti still on his feet, and then it's going to be taken down at the 40-yard line.
Nice return by the Green Wave.
Nice bit of running there by Simonetti. And gives the Green Wave good field position with 56 seconds to go.
Absolutely. Nice job there by Simonetti, kind of bringing it over to the left side there, over to that the faraway hash mark, and then kind of cutting it back over to the right side. Nice bit of running. Nice aggressive running there by the Green Wave. 56 seconds. Of course, they have one timeout, I believe, Sean, right?
That's right. Abington has 1. Rockland, I believe, has 2. The wind is kicking up now at Abington's face.
Got to move the down markers up a yard.
Mason Nash now coming into the game for the Green Wave. Abington's got to use the clock wisely and move the ball. So they got 2 wide receivers on the near side, 2 on the far side. Shotgun for Riley. Nash now in motion. They're going to load it up on the far side. High snap, and he comes down with it. He spins around, looking, and going to toss it out to AJ. AJ inside the 40, inside the 35, steps out of bounds. Riley just kind of had to make something out of that. Yeah. Floated that one over the defender.
Yeah, the defenders were looking for the screen on that play. Both sides.
One good thing it does is stop the clock at 47 seconds.
Nash did the good thing, getting out of bounds, which is a smart heads-up play.
It'll be 2nd and 5 at the 35. Heading towards the part of the stadium structure. All right, again, the same lineup of wideouts to each side. Riley looking left, rolling left. Now turning back, coming down the middle. Oh, there's going to be bumping and running in the middle. No flag at all.
Salamini on the Salamini out
the
there
intended receiver was Salamini with Wardwell on the coverage. Ball's incomplete, stops the clock with 41 seconds. 3rd and 5 now. Most important thing right now is Abington's got to get the first down.
Right. Keep
Well,
that.
they'll
keep
go
the
for it
ball.
on 4th, obviously, but see what the play selections
Yeah,
are.
you can still do a pitch. I mean, if you do a pitch out to the sidelines, maybe the short field here so they can get out of bounds still.
Yep.
Clock stops, of course, when they do get a first down.
Well, that's a good point, Kevin. Like, usually you might pitch to the far side where you have more running room, but
Right.
you do want to try
Make
to
sure they
get out of bounds, stop the clock, so you could pitch to the near side. But it's the same lineup. Wideouts each side. Riley in the shotgun. Nash in the backfield. Riley to throw. Ball gets knocked out of the air by
52.
That's Costa, Leary Costa.
Larry Costa. Had
That
the
was-
first name right.
Yeah, that's right. Big defensive play right there. Brings up 4th down at the 35. And we'll see what Abington does here to try to keep this drive alive. Ooh, baby.
I think, Sean, you just go for it.
You mean just
Yeah.
run the ball?
No, just, I think
Go
deep.
for the touchdown.
Go deep. Do straight drop back.
Zenas out far, wide to the wide, far to the wide side with Salamini and Simonetti. And there goes Mason in motion. Riley rolling, looking, throws, goes into coverage. It goes incomplete. It's going to be a turnover on downs. The intended receiver was Mason Nash. And with 30 seconds on the clock, Rockland will get the ball at their own 35-yard line. So, see if Rockland tries to go to the air here or with a play, or if they just kneel down and let it roll out to the halftime.
Well, I think, this is a situation where Rockland can be still pretty dangerous just because when they get their 2 players, Colstring and Leander in space, I mean, that's when they're most dangerous.
So we'll see what happens when Rockland breaks their huddle here with 30 seconds on the clock, and they've got, 2 timeouts?
2 timeouts.
Looks like, they're lining up just to kneel down on it here.
I don't know if they're good.
Just
They're not under sender.
flag called. Flag
A time.
in illegal
Too
shift.
much time? No, it looked like too much time.
Well,
Too many men by the Abington.
oh,
3,
jeez.
6, 9, 11. Field.
Yep, 12 men on the field for Abington. Wow.
Well-
To use a bad reference, when it rains, it pours.
It does.
Ball now at the 40, still with 30 seconds, and I suspect we will see Rockland kneel on this one. Let the clock roll out. Referee Byron blows the whistle to start the play clock, and Moriarty downs it. They're going to let it roll. Both teams will go take a break at the half, and Rockland's going to be happy with their situation right now with a 22-0 lead and going to be accepting the opening kickoff of the second half.
Right.
Abington's got a lot of work to do to try to catch up to this strong team.
Absolutely.
So we're going to take a break, and we will be back. Hopefully the rain will hold off, but regardless if it's pouring or if it's clear, Kevin and I will be back with more Rockland-Abington football action in just a few minutes.
All set?
All right, we are ready for second half action here. In the rain. The rain has picked up a little bit during halftime. Kind of a light but steady rain. And here's the kickoff. Riley to kick off. A little pooch kick coming to the near side. Oh! Almost had an opportunity there as Nate Duggan was coming down the sideline. That was a nice kick, but it bounced out of bounds, which is
Right about the 43. Rockland probably will take it right there. They're not going to let him kick it again.
they're discussing the options right now, right down in front of us.
Well, it's
Matt
either
Lyons
take it
on-
at the 43, right, plus a 5-yard field goal, a 5-yard penalty.
Matt Lyons on our camera tonight. Five yards beyond the spot. We're out of bounds.
48-yard line.
Yep, put it at the 48. It's a good field position for Rockland here with a fresh 12 minutes on the clock. 22-0 Rockland lead.
Just a few yards shorter, Sean, on the inside
Yeah.
of the playing field, and that would have been trouble for the Bulldogs.
There was no one there except for Duggan. It bounced
so
immediately to
on
the
that
sideline.
rule, too, it's like it has to go 10 yards, but it also has to hit the ground first.
Right.
So
So here comes Rockland with the two wideouts to the far side. Leander and Wardwell. Shotgun for See if the rain affects the grip on the ball now. or when it does. I'm sure it will at some point.
Colstring just hit it
Hand
off
off to
the
Colstring. Nothing doing. He steps forward, though, grabs 2 yards. Again, Abington defensive line doing a pretty good job. Bring up second down at the red, white, and blue line of Rockland's Memorial Stadium. Wish we could put a camera on Matt Nelson and Kevin Tocci right now. Using
It's not Matt Nelson.
Sorry. Jeez, thank you. Matt Lyons is the cameraman. Shotgun again. Ooh, see, and
Nice.
He gets hit in the backfield. Nice job.
Buckley there with a big hit right away.
And it
Kinda
looked
slowed
like-
him down, and then Carey was able to get him as well. So slowed.
It looked like Moriarty had a little bit of trouble grabbing that
It
snap.
almost looked like he was surprised at how quick it came to him, or like almost handcuffed him a little bit there as the snap came in. So it's going to be third and about
8.
8. Yeah, 3rd and 8 here.
DePina coming back in. See if they use him with the direct snap once again. Abington Green Wave. I'd like to kind of, we definitely want to stop him right here. Now look at Moriarty lines up on the right side. It's Leander with the direct snap. DePina to his right. Leander's going to take it coming to the near side. Steps it inside. Gets it, spins. Going to be short of the first, though. But it'll bring up 4th and short, maybe 2.
Wow, they gave him some pretty good spots right there.
He is a shifty back, and like we said earlier, really reads the field very well. Reads his blockers. That was an interesting play by Rockland there where they kind of stacked it up on the right side, and Leander went back to the near side, the opposite side. Moriarty forgot the play.
4th and about 2.
4th and 2. Wardwell out wide to the far side. Leander on the near side wing. Looks like that's Colstring in the backfield, along with Moriarty.
Don't jump.
Handoff. Oh, he's going to be, just almost hitting the backfield. Moriarty, Colstring, gets up to the 40, gets the first down. And I missed who it was on the Abington defense who was in the backfield there. They got a nice effort. But Colstring does move the stakes down. They'll start it up with 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Nice job of the Green Wave there, kind of making him earn it there, Sean.
I think Buckley got a little dinged up on that play. He was a little ginger to get up, and he's just kind of stretching himself out right now. The Rockland huddle right down here in front of us. They break it. Leander and Wardwell out to the far side. Colstring in the backfield with Moriarty.
Moriarty's trying to get his fingers dry there. Oh. Nope. Uh-oh. Yeah, just a 10-yard pickup there.
Wardwell, the outside receiver, thought that Abington went offside. He actually stopped and looked at the line judge, and then the ball was snapped. And they
didn't give
just
only
short
9.
of the first down. So I'll bring up 2nd and 1. Ball at the 31-yard line, just under 9 to go here in the third quarter. All Rockland scoring in the first half. This is the opening possession here of the second half. Again, the shotgun, and you can see Moriarty trying to keep his hands dry with the towel. They hand off up the middle of Colstring. Nothing
Gets
doing
the first,
there.
though.
He's going to get the first. Yep.
Good job of the Green Wave, kind of closing that hole. Of course, you got Carey. Looks like that's in there as well, number 81 for the Green Wave.
Kevin, I lost my ears once again, but
Did you?
I can hear you. You're talking next to me, so I can hear you. So hopefully
hear
I
you.
won't talk over you.
All right, that's all right. Usually do anyway, Sean, even when you're kidding.
Ball at 29 now, 1st and 10. Don't think we'll see a lot of passing here in the second half if this rain keeps up the way it is. It's more of like a heavy mist, a windblown
Exactly.
mist.
It's not like pouring.
Moriarty going to give to Colstring. Colstring, they'll be ridden down.
Good job there, Green Wave.
That was Connor Pease
and Carey in on that tackle. Number 27, Duggan, kind of forced them back up into the pursuit of those two guys. So nice job by the Green Wave.
2nd and long.
Yeah, the Green Wave, it's just really stopping them on those 2nd and long, 3rd and longs have been the issue. They've really done a nice job tonight of stopping them on first down.
Yep.
Stopping that initial run.
Let's see what they do here on 2nd down. Pass plays are going to need the quarterback to be able to release the ball right. And again, Leander with the direct snap and the receiver to be able to catch it. Leander's going to roll it right, though. Student body right. Gets fleshed out. going to turn the corner and then get knocked out of bounds eventually by A.J.
Looks at about
Nash.
the 24-ish.
Yeah, bring up third down.
Third and about 4.
Field's got to start getting slick pretty quickly.
He's a nice runner, nice patient runner. Has great vision, able to move really well.
Well, those Wildcats are effective because you basically got 10 blockers in front of you. Direct snap to the running back.
And Green Wave did a good job kind of stretching it out.
Yep.
He was able to stretch it out kind of on the line of scrimmage, but he was just able to get the edge.
So third down and about 4.
Third and 4, third and 5. I'd say 4.
Colstring to the right of Moriarty in the backfield. Leander's in the slot on the right side with Wardwell. Now they move Leander in motion. And they're going to give to Colstring coming to the left side. Stops the line of scrimmage. He'll be short of the first. Bring up fourth down and about 3. You can see even Colstring kind of taking care of his feet.
Yeah, doing little baby steps there, trying to make sure he has his footing. So, yeah, looks like 4th and 3. Maybe picked up a yard there.
Well, the Bulldogs coming off the field a little dinged up, a little gingerly. Yep, 4th down. They got to get it inside, to about the 19-yard line for the first. So 4th and 4 at the 23. I'm going to be looking for their first defensive stop here, really, right?
Yeah, they had one earlier. Remember, they had one right before the half.
That's right. Oh, I'm going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Rockland.
I believe so. Not sure what's going on there. Rockland telling their
the
huddle
clock?
to stay out.
I don't know what that was about.
No, I guess it was a clock issue, not a timeout. So, here we go. Back to the action here with 4th down and 4. The ball at the Green Wave
I think
23.
everybody wants the clock to run as quick as possible on a night like tonight, Sean.
Got to give it to those diehard fans both wearing green and blue tonight. Wardwell on the far side, Leander near side. I got 2 men in the run in the backfield now with Moriarty. 4th down. Abington defensive coaches barking their plays. Moriarty looking to throw. Oh!
He's still on his feet and he falls down. Who is that coming off the edge? Whew. Is that Powers?
Powers and Duggan in there and a host of white shirts.
They brought the house. Nice job by the Green Wave. Turnover on downs, and that's what you do. If they're going to drop back to pass, you got to bring that pressure to get that ball out a little bit quicker before they have time to, get into their routes. And the Green Wave defense did a great job there.
Really did, and especially when the quarterback's not going to get a good grip. You want to rush him and make him just either drop it or just throw a bad pass.
Yeah, tonight's not a night where you can really get a good double pump.
Right.
You got to really just be able to grip it and rip it here.
Ball at the 27.
27, Green Wave down 22-0. Just under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Wouldn't this be a comeback for the ages here? 2 men in the backfield. Lucas Foley and Ryan Simonetti. Handoff the right side. Nothing doing really there. Pick up a 1 maybe. Simonetti thrown to the ground at the end. No flag.
He's hurt.
But Coach LaClory is yelling to his player to play smart. Don't get penalties.
Well, the ref was right there. He saw what he did.
Simonetti checks out, goes to the sideline to refresh. They'll bring up 2nd and 9. Wideouts to each side. Looks like is that Nash on the far side, Zenas on the near side. Shotgun for Riley with 3 guys in the backfield. Riley's going to take it right up the middle. Riley just moving the pile. Yep.
He picks up a good 4 or 5 yards
there. He did.
The play, just kind of pushing the Rockland pile with all the players. A bunch of big guys in the backfield for the Green Wave.
Going to bring up 3rd down. Haven't moved the stakes yet.
I don't know why the clock's. They're keeping it on
the field.
The
clock is not rolling.
I don't know. Hey, we all want it to go.
The clock stopped at 5:51 right now.
I don't know if there's a problem.
Now it's rolling. I'm not really sure. The clock operator's under us.
He must be keeping it on the time on the.
They do.
Because he does not seem too concerned about it. The head official doesn't.
3rd and 5 now. Same formation. Riley with 3 big men near him. They put Mason now in motion. Riley's going to take it, try to get to the right side. Now pumps it outside. Riley trying to get around the corner. And it's going to be stopped at the 35-yard line. It'll be just 2 yards short of the first. And bring up a 4th down decision for the Green Wave. Which, Kevin, at this point, I think you almost got to really consider going for it here. Even though
I think you do, Sean. I mean, you're not going to get that many. They give him a 46, so they give him a pretty healthy spot.
4th and 1, really.
4th and 1. I think you got to go for it. 4th and 1, this is where you – looks like the green wave is.
Use the hard count here.
Yeah.
Draw him offside. Rockland doing some defensive substitutions.
Just maybe get Riley, push the pile.
Yeah. See if Abington goes.
Just a quick snap.
Yeah, Riley's under the center. Oh, they pitch. He almost lost that on the snap. No, it was a bad exchange there on the snap. Riley did everything he could just to get it into the running back's hands. It'll be a turnover on downs at the 34-yard line. Tough break there for the Green Wave.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. It looked like he was the ball. I don't know if it was loose on the ground or.
It didn't. I don't think it hit the ground, but I don't know if the snap came early or if it just because it's so slick that he bobbled it and was able to still get in the running back's hand, but it just kind of messed up the timing. So they turn it around with the ball on the 35-yard line. Rockland's ball with 4:35 to go here in the third quarter. Abington having substitution issues all night, not knowing how many players are out there. And now Rockland is missing a guy. So both teams a little bit disheveled right now. Not really sure what's going on. So Rockland burns a timeout because they only had 10 guys on the field. Abington, not sure if they had 11 or 12.
I think they had 12 there for a little bit.
Yeah, and then they had one guy run off. The rain now has pretty much backed off.
Yeah, it's kind of abated. It's a little mist.
Mist here.
An Irish mist.
Well said, Kevin. Well said, Kevin.
4:33 to go here in the third quarter.
Want to thank Matt Lyons and Kevin Tachi for bringing you this Abington Green Wave football action. And also I want to thank Rick Collins, who was the commentary for the Abington High School soccer game the other day, the evening, home playoff game for the Green Wave. And Kevin Whalen, I want to thank you for doing all these games with me this year. It's always fun,
Sean. Let's have a good time.
The Abington Whitman Hanson Thanksgiving Day game will be a home game for Abington this year. Thanksgiving morning, of course, the traditional 10 o'clock in the morning start at Abington. And so we'll get you home to your family feasts a little bit earlier.
Probably noontime, 12:30. You'll be able to be wherever you need to be.
1st and 10. Wideouts to each side. Single coverage. Moriarty with the shotgun. It's going to hand off. Colstring cuts back. Colstring on his feet inside the 20 and taken down to about the 16, 15-yard line. Didn't look like it was much there at all. Then all of a sudden, it opened up for him, and he was able to take advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, too, Sean, it's like, both teams have footings and things like that. You're not getting the speed that you normally do to pursue somebody right there. And, he was able to just kind of get away from the line of scrimmage, have a nice 15-yard pickup there.
Well, this is those situations, too, where you think the running back has a little bit of the advantage over the defender because the running back knows where he's going to cut.
Right.
And the defender can lose his footing pretty quickly.
Right. And especially,
But if you can get the running back in the backfield, then he's just standing straight up.
Right.
Yeah, he can't get his feet.
So they say go to the same motion that they had the previous play.
Moriarty hands
it runs the other way.
Colstring going around the right side. Goldstring flag thrown from the referee behind. He saw the hold on the right side.
That was the second hold of that play.
You called it, Kev. So they'll take that one away and move him back. Haven't been a lot of flags out there.
No, there hasn't. Just been
those type of infractions.
Few motion penalties. That's about it.
Right.
Other than that, it's been a pretty clean game.
So they'll move him back and replay first down. So instead of 1st and 10 at the 15, it's going to be.
It's a huge break for the Green Wave because you get 10 yards
from the spot of the foul. So it's almost at the 17.
Yeah, just a few yards past the line of scrimmage.
22nd yard.
22 yards.
Thank you. 22-yard line.
22-yard line. Wow, easy for me to say.
They got to get it down to the 5 for the first. Okay. So 1st and 17. Which.
All right, now I'm free, Sean. I've been holding the umbrella over the equipment, so.
There you go.
Multitasking here.
All right, they got 2 men out on the near side. Moriarty
he's looking to throw all the way.
Putting it up underneath to Wardwell. Wardwell to 15, trying to juke around guys. You can see the lack of footing. Wardwell still on his feet, down to about the 5-yard line. He's going to be very close to the first.
Yeah, had Leander kind of going top, and then he came, and Woodward came underneath.
Yeah, it looked like a design play where Moriarty was just waiting for that to develop.
Well, Leander kind of clears everybody out.
That's right. And it is a first and goal just inside the 5-yard line for the Bulldogs. With a 22-0 lead, the winner of this game is going to take on St. Mary's, the St. Mary's Spartans, who seem to be perennially on top of their respective division, whatever year it is. They are the number 3 team, Rockland's the number 2 team, and Stoneham is the number 1 team. We know that St. Mary's won earlier this evening. Shotgun formation for Moriarty. Moriarty hands up to Colstring, nothing doing. He stood up right at the 5.
That was the weirdest play. It was almost like there was a pause, like everybody, he got stuck at the line of scrimmage.
He was standing upright.
But
his legs were
nobody's there, and he knew he couldn't do anything, but no one hit him.
Second and goal. St. Mary's Spartans have a running back. Last name's Brown. I can't remember his first name.
Last year, Abington played him in Quincy there last year. It was Coach Keller's 300th win.
And that Brown running back now, that kid is a very talented breakaway speed. He's a senior this year. So if Rockland is victorious, they'll be keeping an eye on him.
As Coach Kell gets a few more wins this year, it's like I think he's passed a few more people on the leaderboard there for wins in high school. It's
a direct snap to Leander, trying to get around the right side. Good job by the Green Wave, spreading it out. And a nice job by Zenas.
That was a nice job out there. Nice job of kind of holding the edge, kind of being able to move as he's being blocked and held.
Might have been even a loss on that play.
There was about a 3-yard loss, so it makes it second and goal from the 8.
Third and goal.
Third and goal from the 8. Who's paying attention here?
So,
as we tick under a minute and a half to go here.
In the third quarter, Moriarty gets the call, the play selection from offensive coach Chuck McDonald, one of the teachers here in the Rockland Public School System, as is their head coach. And again, they have 2 wideouts. They got Wardwell and Leander on the near side. Colstring in the backfield with Moriarty. They got to get it in the end zone here in the third down play. Moriarty looking to throw.
He's looking that way.
Looking in the corner. Going that way to Leander. And it's just too easy. 7 yards out. Wait, a flag down, though. Flag down at the end zone goal line.
It's got to be holding somewhere, right, or something.
We'll see if it's offensive interference or defensive interference. Most likely at the end
It looks
zone.
like it's against Rockland, right?
No, I think they're setting up for the PAT.
Why would they go over there?
Referee Byron trying to explain it to the Abington coaches, since they don't have a microphone here.
I don't know what they're explaining.
Still not a signal. Now he's talking to head coach LaCoury. Here we go. Holding against Abington, they're going to assess it on the try. So instead of kicking from the line of scrimmage being the 3, it's going to be at the 1.5. And so Leander gets credit for the 7-yard touchdown.
They're going to go for 2.
Yep, they will with the 1.5-yard line. See if they go to Colstring there, who's lined up next to Moriarty. But a man in motion, Leander comes back. And they give it to Leander, trying to get around the left side, and he is going to be stopped.
Nice stop there by the Green Wave.
So 6 points, but not 8.
That's Mason Nash. Looked like he's in on that tackle for the Green Wave. Nice job of the Green Wave, stopping that PAT. It's funny, they stopped the, one from the 1.5-yard line, but then the one from like the 13 was good. So
with 59 seconds left to go, Rockland gets the only score thus far here in the third quarter. With a 28-0 lead, trying to punch their ticket into the state semifinal against St. Mary's in the Division 6 playoffs here in the 2022 season.
I know the scoreboard looks, 28-0 does not look good here for the Green Wave, Sean, but I think, you do see a lot of improvement from the first time they played. And I think, the big plays are still the thing that kill them, but really they've stopped them pretty effectively on the run here tonight.
Yeah, they haven't.
They've done a good job of that. And I wish.
We were talking at halftime too. Isaiah Ricketson was warming up again during the half, and we were wondering, they must be asking, look, if you get hurt tonight in the slick slick grass. You might not be able to play your Thanksgiving Day game. Maybe it's smarter to stay out, and I think that's what the decision is right now. The Pooch kid going to be grabbed at the 29-yard line.
It's coming right up the gut.
That saw
Salamini.
Salamini, yep, right up to the 46-yard line. Nice running.
Nice job there by Salamini. I think he just runs north and south.
He
just
does.
has a blocker there. Just followed him right up, made a cut.
And he's just a freshman.
He's just a freshman. I mean, that's the thing. You look at these guys. I mean, you got Mason Nash, freshman. Salamini, a freshman. And they're playing here with the big boys.
Yep. Ball at the 46.
Just like you, Sean.
So, the Fox 25 game of the week, unfortunately, is going to have a lot of highlights in blue shirts thus far, unless Abington can turn it around here. Backfield. The Green Wave, they pitch to A.J. Nash. Nash, a couple of blockers in front of him. Rockland defense, so does a good job of stringing it out. It looked like that was number 33, I believe, Ian White, who made the final tackle.
Just not able to cut up there. And, that's the thing. I mean, they, effective play, kind of getting out there, spread them out. You hope there's a lane there that he can cut up into, and there just wasn't one. So it makes it, a negative play on first down makes it a little difficult. It makes it 2nd and 12. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter here.
That it is. So, Kev, not a fun way to end their season tonight, but, it doesn't end the season. We still have the Thanksgiving Day game against Whitman Hanson, and that's going to be the 111th game between those two teams.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty impressive. And Coach, of course, the amazing part is Coach Kelleher is coaching in his 49th as the head coach, right?
It is amazing. So next year is going to be his 50th year as the head coach if he makes a decision to keep going.
Next year, and then but on top of that, you've got, this 50th year there, so he's got 49 games coaching in the 111, but then he played in 4 and then coached in some others. So almost half the games Coach Kelleher has actually been part of over those 111 years.
And we get to a lot to look forward to here coming up in the winter sports season with the Abington High School hockey team and the basketball teams. Going to be a lot of fun to watch with Coach Brian Woodford on the hockey side and Coach Dan Norton and Peter Serino in the gyms of Abington High School. You'll be hearing some of the same names being played out there on the hardwood.
So it's exciting. The kids, of course, you get football. There's no break. You kind of stop on, Thursday and start up on Monday morning. So,
all right, ball at the 44-yard line. Changing direction once again. 2nd and 11 now. Heading right to left across your television screen. Riley under center with Lucas Foley behind him. Fakes, looking to throw, going down the middle, looking for Mason. Oh, just in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. That would have been a great grab by Mason. He went up for it. A valiant effort.
Nice. The ball was right there. Nice throw. Yeah.
3rd down.
Not an easy catch. I mean, kind of coming right on the line.
He had to leave his feet to go for it. And again, though, although he was just breaking open, he did have 2 men on him. It was going to take a lot for him to break away there because they have some pretty good speed in the secondary here for Rockland, Leander being one of them. And it brings them now 3rd and 11. Zenas and A.J. Nash out to the far side. Pease lines up on the tight end. They're saying know where he is. Looking to throw is Riley. Riley putting it up in the air, looking and connects with Zenas for the first down at the 40-yard line.
Nice job.
What's that, Kev?
He caught it at the 40, and they spot it at the 41. It's just like...
Well, it gets the first down nevertheless. It'll move the stakes to the Green Wave. With the rain stopping there, the Green Wave is still going into the pass selection bag here. And, of course, a 28-0 deficit. They're going to have to make some big plays quickly if they want any hope of it.
The Green Wave is only going to have maybe 2 or 3 opportunities here, so they got to do them fast and probably even have to create some either defensively or special teams-wise, onside kicks, things like that.
Darren Zenas out wide to the far side. Lucas Foley behind Riley in the backfield. Riley puts Mason Nash in motion, gives it to him going around the right side. Nation cuts it up. We've got about a 2-yard pickup. Bring up 2nd and 8.
That right side, the middle of the field is pretty muddy right there from like the 25 right up to the where the baseball diamond starts. And you can see Mason Nash as he started out, lost his footing a little bit there.
Want to thank the Abington Greenway Boosters and all the parents that volunteer for the Boosters in so many different ways, not only for the football team, for all the different sports teams here at Abington High School, all the fundraisers they do. They make sure they have all the necessary equipment, and they just keep the Greenway pride obvious and excited in Abington. Oh, ball is loose.
Greenway's got it.
Yep, Greenway pounced on it.
I don't know if he was down. I thought he might have been down.
The net result is back to the original line of scrimmage.
Patterson that got it. He was cat-like quickness there to get on that ball. Makes it 3rd and 10.
Coming down at 10 minutes, 15 seconds, as you can see with the scoreboard clock, brought to you by Kevin Tachi. And Abington in a tough situation here with a 3rd and 10, but in Rockland territory. They break their huddle. And again, Foley in the backfield with the double wings now coming to the near side. Looking to throw is Riley. Riley puts it up, connects to the big tight end of the 30.
He's got some room.
He's inside the 25 down to the 20-yard line. He's one of the most dependable guys out there.
Oh, my God. He's just so big. When he gets going, too, it's like he's like a train.
I tell you, another well-thrown ball by Riley right there. Right where it had to be. That's exactly right.
Down to the 2019.
And it's funny, listening again to the Rockland coaches down below is saying, know where he is, meaning Pease. But he got himself open, and Riley hit him. So it's 1st and 10 for Abington. They pitch. Nash trying to turn the corner. Gets stood up now. He's still driving forward. Gets inside the 20 down to about the 18-yard line.
Picked up a yard.
Clock is rolling. Says he doesn't get out of bounds.
Greenway might have got away with a little bit of
motion
there. I think their guard almost like slipped out of his place, but
his stance.
No call.
2nd and 8.
I think it was more like a slip rather than a jump. He just kind of went forward like his hand moved. See if not from underneath him, but
see if Abington goes to the air here or tries to swing it around the end. Nash and Foley in the backfield.
Good hands, people. Number 87.
Mason Nash goes in motion now. Looking to throw is Riley. Riley, he's got Nash on the flat, and he just trips down as he had to spin around backwards for that. Nice job by Mason making sure he caught that for the pickup. But unfortunately wasn't able to get it in stride. So it'll bring up 3rd down. The rain now has disappeared. A slight breeze still here, but nothing major.
Take off a layer here now, Sean.
I know it. And it'll be, all right, 3rd and 3 now for the Green Wave at the 13-yard line. Got to get it in just to almost the 9. Lucas Foley, number 26 in the backfield right behind Riley. Zenas out wide to the near side. Riley calls his cadence. Motion to Nash. Nash cuts it up inside. It's going to be very close.
I think he's just short.
Yep, just looking at
4th down. He's right at the 10. The ball's going to get about another half yard inside.
Right. So 4th and about a half a yard there at just outside the 10. Green Wave, of course, go for it.
I do think maybe that they're pretty successful on the Riley, kind of following all the big boys back into the line there, Sean, pushing the pile.
I say do the hard count right now, too.
The hard count?
Just give him a free 5 yards.
You like the hard count.
I do.
You're all about the hard count.
Well, Rockland is going to be looking to stop this short thing, so they're on their toes there. Handoff up the middle. Nothing doing initially, but I think he's got it. Yep.
No, he did. This guy did not give it to him. He didn't give him anything.
The near side, let's see where they line him up. We're going to have to measure this one. Oh, wait a minute.
He's got to get. He didn't give him anything.
Yeah, he's got to get it down to the 9.
Didn't give him anything.
Nope. And they stopped him once again. Rockland defense steps up. See, I think now in hindsight they should have gone on a hard count.
Yeah.
Frustration for Abington. Ball turned around at the 10-yard line.
No.
That Rockland St. Mary's game is going to be a doozy.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to go to it, but
Well, they look like they're going to do a chain thing here, but the guy didn't give him any, not even an inch there, which I don't know how you didn't do that. I mean, he did get a little bit of a push on that left side.
Yeah, well, when he tried to go up the middle and kind of hit the line, then he bounced and made a second effort. That's when I thought he crossed the 10.
And get it, but this guy did not reward him for that at all.
But he had to get it closer to the 9 for the first.
Yeah, it's going to be a full.
Yeah, it'll be a first down for Rockland. Credit to all the fans here who have remained here for the entire game thus far. Really hasn't, I don't want to say it, hasn't poured here yet, as they're saying it will be later tonight.
Yeah, they're saying it's, well, we're only supposed to stay out west, Sean. We're just supposed to get a half inch or so.
Excellent. All right.
Cats will be riding at South Shore Country Club tomorrow. If you get your tea time.
All right, Rockland, expect to see them probably keep it on the ground, just let the clock roll with 7:21 to go here in the game. Moriarty in the shotgun. They hand it off. Left side.
Nothing doing there. Nice job of the green wave. And that looks like Buckley at the bottom of that pile.
1 or 2 yard pickup.
Along with Pease as well.
Was that DePina? It was Jordan DePina on the carry. Second down for Rockland. Sean Riley, Kevin Whalen, Kevin Tachi, and Matt Lyons are bringing you the Abington Greenway football game here today. This will be the quarterfinal game of the Division 6.
So they get the semifinals next week, and then
this trip to
championship
Gillette.
will go to Gillette.
All right, Rockland with a second down and 8. Rockland using all the clock they can to let it try to take the time off the clock against Abington. They turn the corner. That's DePina. DePina down the sideline. DePina is going to cut it back and then be taken down at just over midfield. And touchdown saving tackle was made by Diego Fleitas, but really Zenas was the guy who got the angle on him to make him cut back, and Fleitas took him down around the shoulders there. So moves the ball to Abington territory.
Zenas did a nice job kind of staying under control, making sure that he had him. He was the only guy back there, had a good angle on him, and he did a nice job of just kind of making sure that he didn't make a move and, was able to run by him or cut back in.
DePina was putting the Jets on there. That was a good 40-yard run for DePina, who, if I recall, is a pretty good basketball player, too, if I have the name right. So right down there in front of us, 1st and 10 for Rockland as they approach the baseball side of the field. Moriarty, the senior quarterback, gives the handoff right side. Oh, pummeled.
Big 59 for the Green Wave.
In the backfield, that was Isaac Oliveira.
Oliveira. 3-4 yard loss there. DePina.
He's a freshman.
Well, we got a lot of freshmen out there.
I'm telling you.
I know. I went over there for practice, though. I went over to practice with the freshman team. I was like, oh, my God, they're some big kids on that team.
You got these next 3 years for the Green Wave. Stay tuned. Mark your calendars next fall, sports fans. Ball's moved back a loss of 2 or 3.
Yep, nice play there.
And Moriarty is using every minute of every play clock. The back judge keeps the time, and he'll put his hand up when there's 10 seconds left in the play clock. And so Moriarty's waiting, and his hand goes up, so now he knows he's going to take the snap, hand it off to DePina. DePina trying to get around the side, but nothing doing. He's going to be just taken down by Aiden McClellan, number 22. And again, now Aiden is a junior, so he's going to be back next year also. Moves him back further now to the 40-yard line, bringing up a 3rd and 21.
Well, it makes it, 3rd and 21. That's exactly, the Green Wave has done this several times tonight. I think the defense overall has played fairly well. I mean, they just have given up those big plays.
Yep.
Have just really come back to bite them. And it's almost like it seems like, I don't know if there's a letdown when they get a big 3rd and long, or what happens, but Rockland's been able to make those big passes. This is where usually number 23, you see him kind of going out.
Let's see what they do here now. This is where the Green Wave has faltered earlier in the game.
Right. And this is generally too where they'll pass the ball when it's 3rd and long. Looks like some.
Oh, it's the hard count.
What's the over-under on how many times you say hard count in a game, Sean?
Well, against Rockland, a couple times because they'll use it when they need it.
So it makes it 3rd and 17.
Just trying to see if Leander's out there, if he's on the sideline.
He's not out there.
Yep, 5-yard penalty against the Green Wave. Yeah, Leander's on the sideline. I think they're going to rest him now. No sense getting him hurt. He can get him ready for the St. Mary's game, apparently. Ball now marked at the 45, makes it 3rd and 16.
They generally rest all their starters, do they, on Thanksgiving, if they're in the Super Bowl?
That's a good question, Kev. I don't know.
Abington usually plays.
No, Rockland play East Bridgewater. They play East Bridgewater.
Some teams, some coaches have different theories on it. Some coaches rest all their players. Some coaches play them. It's a game and they want to play.
All right, 3rd and 16. They got to get it down to the Abington 39-yard line. Moriarty in the shotgun with one running back next to him. Slot right formation for the receivers. It's a handoff up the middle, and nothing doing there. So bring up a 4th down. Really, Rockland just trying to take more time off the clock here.
You can see Zenas there. He's out here, and he's like, what he's doing is he's chucking the receiver, so kind of break up that momentum that they might have. Of course, it was a running play on the inside as we come under 3 minutes to go. See if they punt here or if they...
Coach LaCour, I think he's gonna burn a timeout here, or he's gonna take the 5-yard penalty, I bet you, and then punt it away. That's what he's doing. They're gonna let it roll out,
or call a timeout. They'll probably call a timeout. It's not like you're in the pros where you need the extra distance here.
He is gonna call a timeout. He's waiting for the signal from the back judge as to when there's 10 seconds left.
Oh my God, this seems like. Okay.
All right.
I was going like, wow,
yeah.
He didn't put his arm up. I'm like.
I think they were just telling the ref when it went down to 1, blow the whistle. Okay, so that stops the clock at 2:23. Rain starts to pick up once again here at Rockland's Memorial Stadium.
Couldn't have waited 5 more minutes.
I know. It'll be a 4th down situation here, and the wind is still blowing here right to left across your television screen. Beautiful new elementary school, or middle school, I guess. Elementary school behind us.
School, yeah. Nice building. God, I don't come over here that much any longer, but it's like
only for these football games, like 2 or 3 times a year.
When did they build that? And of course, with COVID, I think we missed a year here, so it was almost like 3 years before we were over here.
All right, so Rockland looks like they're sending. Well, let's see. Moriarty's going out there.
And now it's really coming down. It's starting to.
Oh, suck it up.
Right now, I'm just saying from a play standpoint.
Just reporting it. Okay.
Yeah. Informational.
A.J. Nash is the only one back for the Green Wave right now, anticipating a punt will line up. We'll see what they do. They do line up for the punt. Looks like is that DePina? Yeah, DePina lined up for the kick, standing at his own 35. And Nash is standing at his own 27.
That's a short kick.
Yeah, end over end kick is going to die at the 39-yard line, roll out of bounds.
That's kind of an interesting,
That's the line. That would have been a first down.
I know. Well, no, but I'm just saying he's only 11 yards from behind the line of scrimmage, which is not very far.
So 2:12 on the clock.
Green Wave will take over. I think they have 2 timeouts, right? Maybe 3?
I think they have 3.
They have all 3.
Some of the fans started to make their way to the guys.
See if the Green Wave can get a touchdown, put a score on the board tonight.
Rockland taking out some of their big men, their starters here, getting some of the younger guys in a little playoff experience. What are we doing here? I don't know what the delay is to get started here. Here we go. All right, 2:12 on the clock. Abington out on the ball. They got slots on each side. Pease on the near side slot. Riley rolling right. Pease is dragging across the middle. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Riley turns it upfield and dives out of bounds to stop the clock. Yeah. Pease just pushed the linebacker out of the way.
He was kind of trying to slow down, and he's trying to curl as Riley ran out to kind of come back in, and linebacker just stopped.
Stops the clock at 1:59. Bring up 2nd and 4 at the Rockland, as the Abington 45-yard line.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
All right, Abington now breaks out of the same formation with 2 wideouts to each side. Riley in the shotgun formation. Zenas on the near side. Riley looking to throw. Looks now right side, trying a little timing pattern, but falls incomplete, stops the clock.
A little bit more air into that would be helpful, I think, Sean. Just
maybe even just wait one more second to get that separation.
Yeah.
Usually a quarterback.
Put a little more air under it.
Yeah. They say the quarterback basically has 3 seconds.
Right. And in Rockland, historically, when Rockland has, they're able to have a good downfield throwing game. Rockland really kind of plays like almost 53 guys, like 15 yards deep. Yeah. And Abington struggled, when they get down inside the 20 the last few years to do much.
Riley looking on the near side. Was looking for Zenas. Now turns, looks for the corner, and ball falls incomplete. It was knocked down by number 15 for Rockland. Looked like he was looking for the little button hook to Zenas. Zenas did turn, but then the defender was right on top of him. So Riley went Connor Pease's way, who was double covered. Rockland is learning to keep an eye on number 87.
4th down here.
Jax Ledoux with almost an interception there, knocked the ball down.
Pease is a junior as well, right? So,
yeah, watch him on the basketball court this year too. The big man. 3rd and 4 at the 35. 2 men in the backfield for Riley. Rockland showing blitz. Riley rolling. Looking for Zenas, looking for Pease. Puts it up for Pease. Ball's in and out of the hands. Ball's in the air and then drops. Incomplete. Flag thrown down behind the play, though.
So I think it might be a personal foul.
No, it was holding against Abington. They're going to decline it. And so a turnover on downs. 1:36 on the clock.
They had 4th down. Yeah, they did have 3rd down. They did have 3rd down. They had the marker wrong.
So, all right, yeah, Rockland ball at the 45.
With 1:36 to go in the ball game.
We'll see who goes in at quarterback for the Bulldogs here.
I think they could just take a knee here.
Oh, Moriarty is out there. Yep, maybe 2 knees would do it. 1:36 on the clock. 28-0 victory for the Bulldogs. They will be heading on. We wish them well. Kind of, sort of. We got a great relationship with the Rockland coaches and the Abington coaches.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
They respect each other, and obviously, though, they want
they work hard and
the win.
You know, the Bulldogs coaches, kids work hard. Green Wave kids and coaches work hard as well. So mutual respect there from both sides.
Well, you know the Green Wave is going to want to take this out now on the Whitman-Hanson Panthers. They are going to be looking for a fight against the Panthers. A home crowd will be there. Hopefully everyone who supports Green Wave sports will be there for Thanksgiving to show your team and community pride. Thanksgiving Day, 10 o'clock at Abington's Memorial Field. Make sure you get there early. There's always lines at the gates. And should be a good show for a lot of our seniors and for our up-and-coming freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. Well, on behalf of Kevin Tachi and Matt Lyons and Kevin Whalen, my name's Sean Riley. It's been a good season for the Green Wave.
Yep, we look forward to Thanksgiving Day game, one more, good send-off for the seniors. And, looking forward to, the final game here, and also looking forward to next year.
I want to mention some of the seniors. Isaiah Ricketson, well, all of the seniors. Darren Zenas, going just down the roster. Lucas Foley, Diego Flatus, and Mike Elder, Jeff Buckley, Trent Patterson, Ryder Clayton, Aiden Powers, Jack Carey, and if I missed anyone, I apologize, and I will try to make sure we mention you during the Thanksgiving Day game.
Well, congratulations to Rockland on advancing to the next round of the playoffs.
All right, it'll be at a neutral site next week. Rockland will take on St. Mary's. Stoneham will take on the winner of Cardinal Spellman and Blackstone Valley. And the winner of those 2 games will head to Gillette Stadium. So once again, from Memorial Field, 28-0 is your final score. Thank you for tuning in to Abington Green Wave Football. We will see you on Turkey Day.